was for you. Oh, sure can. Around these parts.
Around here, Norman and Weston. What, did I say it right? That's
The Norman and the Weston.
Western or what?
Between Normandy and Weston.
Whatever, dog. That's whatever the fuck I want to say, dog. I know what he's talking about, little 2020.
The Norman and Weston.
Beaner. Have a good day, mijo.
Ay, ay, ay.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey.
I am Joe Vargas and Magdian Duarte.
Yes, sir.
A lot to talk about. First of all, I want to send a shout out to Ricardo Sandoval on his big win. And I want to say Japan. Saludos, mijo. Congrats on your win. Congrats to your coach, Jose Torres Monchis. I've been watching you guys work together since I can remember. I used to go spar up there I took Brian Figueroa one time and Lázaro Lorenzana. We went to go spar up there in Riverside, Corona, I think. I don't know where it was at. And he was initiating his boxing career in the pros, and now he's world champion.
That's awesome. That's always beautiful to watch.
Shout out. Keep doing your thing, mijo. Keep defending. My boy Johnny Perez reminded me of that right now in the podcast before we went live. He brought it up, so I got to give him his credit.
Hell yeah, that's cool. Yep. That's cool, man. It's always
Shout
good
out.
to see that.
Otro campeón. Southern California. I go crazy. I'm like biased.
Yeah.
When it comes to Southern California.
Of course.
I'm going for them.
Because there is a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent here, so it's cool when you get to see one of your own make it,
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I've seen Coach Monchi's been doing it from the get-go, just really quiet, put his head down and keep training, and they pulled it off, man. Congratulations.
That's what's up.
Social media.
Social meds.
I was this is how we do our podcast. We're at the middle of we're at the gym. We have two rings, and the subject matter for the podcast was like, what are we going to talk about today? There's a lot of things to talk about in these fights. Joseph Diaz, Jojo fought Progress, and it was like a break and make it fight for both of them. Jojo looked good in the highlights that I saw, but he didn't get the decision. And there was another fight, Maggie. Which one are you talking about?
Oscar Duarte against
Ken Sims Jr. I think Duarte pulled it off, but it was a good fight from what I heard.
Close fight. I think it was majority decision. So that sounds like it was one of those.
Those are two upcoming guys. Let's see who we're gonna move forward. I think Ken Sims with Golden Boy as well.
They're both signed to Golden Boy if I'm not mistaken.
So they were just like, let's see who we're taking more forward.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jojo and Progress is like a end of the road fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully Jojo, man, he hasn't shined like he has to yet.
Yep.
He looked good in that fight. But I like to see him get back to where he was at.
But what do you think? What do you think though? Because he was a champ at 130. He's a smaller dude. Should he be up at 140? Is that convenient for him? I think that's too big for him.
Yeah, but maybe he just can't get that weight off now. I don't know. He doesn't. That's an opinion I can't. I mean, yeah, but I'd say he's better at the smaller weight. But can he do it?
Yeah, but then again, those guys are
genetically
young.
Like, can he keep the weight off, and will he be healthy for him?
Yeah. That's true.
Like, does he go into the fight? Because he looked good against Progress. He didn't look bad.
Yeah.
He actually hurt Progress in the fight. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Progress.
Rigaroo.
So we're in the middle of the ring. We're talking about all these things, right? And we're talking about social media. And I think Cece said something like, well, Maggie brought up the subject, but Cece took it to, we're talking about fighters back in the days. What would social media do to them? And Cece brought up, what would social media do if we didn't have it now for the modern fighters?
Yeah.
He made me think. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So some of the things that came to the top of my head is like Duran losing to Leonard. When he lost to Leonard, they called him a quitter.
Yeah.
But there was no social media. It was just like headlines and newspapers. That was your social media back then.
Right.
He would go to Panama. In Panama, he wasn't known as a quitter.
Mm-hmm.
He would shut it all down. Nobody brought up he was a quitter no more.
Mm-hmm.
When he came to the U.S. to fight again, that chant came up, no mas. It fueled him. But would it have fueled him if you heard it every day and seen it every day if he turned his phone on?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does social media do to you psychologically?
It's I think we spoke about this when we had JJ on last week. We talked about Floyd Schofield, so young, so much potential. And sometimes if even just, us we're not up in the biggest stage yet, at least, and you still see those comments of people who, you know, there's people out there, man, who love to be negative, and but yeah, it affects these guys. Sometimes they can't help but kind of feed into it a little bit because it's everywhere. You open up the phone and
I'm 47 years old, and we have a Arena has a page where we post videos of training people, and 99% of the comments are positive.
Yeah.
But when I see that 1%, I get mad. I don't even fight. I don't even do anything like that. I can only imagine being a fighter.
Right. But here, you come from a different generation. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys, you know, you can speak on it if you want, but you from where you come from, it's like you have a problem. You come and address it in person, personally. You know, you get down, and then whatever happens after happens after.
Squash it, or
you squash it.
Yeah.
You know, you go on about your business, but none of those people would dare, at least I haven't seen it, literally go up to you and say the same exact things that they were saying online.
Yeah.
I just don't see that happening, you know.
I click on them, I look for them, and I'm like, they have a picture like a cartoon figure.
Like
they don't got no videos or nothing. I'm like, oh, this vato, he's out there just trying to cause fights.
And you know, that takes a lot of energy. I don't know. Some people just do it just to, like, what they call them now, troll, just to get
I
a
just
reaction.
get mad for like 10 seconds. Once the 10 seconds go by, I'm like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
What would have Chavez Sr. done after losing to Frankie Randall? He was undefeated. He had a draw with Pernell. He got laid on his butt when he fought Frankie Randall. Got up and lost the decision. So, what would have social media did to him?
Yeah.
If he becomes a meme, you know, because now it's memes.
Yeah.
There's this video where there's those videos where you get knocked down and they put you like with the instrument laying you down.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, man. Like,
that's what
the guys posting those videos too. They're funny, dude. I laugh, but that's fucked up,
it's
bro.
fucked up.
It's real high. Now, if he goes down to the body, he has more of a target now. That he can hit that belt line.
Oh, how about not the body, but how about that shot from Raymond Murataya?
They made a meme of him when he got knocked out, and then he like floated away like in a
Yeah.
parachute. It's like, man, you never. Yes, you know, it's a cause for laughing or whatever. You know, mainly because it's like, damn, these fools don't miss a step, and that's kind of fucked up. But you know, that's his livelihood at the end of the day, and it's his life. So I understand both sides. You know.
Yeah. That sucks, man. You look at video forever.
Yeah, exactly. People are so desensitized to a lot of shit, you know.
And it's funny because people that are laughing, they're not even. You don't even see them laughing. You just know you're getting likes.
Yeah.
Those likes feed you. It's like that computer money.
Yeah.
You see those numbers and you're like, oh my God, I got 20,000 likes. I got this. And it's like feeds your ego.
It's
just
all,
fucking numbers.
Exactly. It's just numbers on a screen. It's not even
You're
tangible.
not seeing the people laugh. You're not even hearing the roar of the crowd.
Yeah.
Man, where's my thing at? Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, damn.
Hey, it's not tangible though. You know, you can't touch it. You can't see it. You can't actually feel it. You
Exactly.
know? It's a trip. It's a trip, man.
And Cici made a great point. Would Ryan Garcia will we know all Ryan Garcia's life?
Yeah.
Would he be that captivating to people?
Yeah.
Not knowing what he's going through, because people like what he's going through. People can relate, because I feel like we all feel like, fuck, I have a bad day and we could lose it one day. And
right.
we can relate to that kind of stuff. That's why people like Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect situation for him.
Yeah.
But people can relate to him because we all deal with problems and challenges in life. And that's where, and then he's a good looking kid. So people know everything about him, you know, because it's on social media. Would he have that platform in the 80s?
Man. Hard to say what it would be like for him back then. You know, how would he fare? Would he just be? Did we already have that? Did we have Oscar? Is he like the modern day Oscar, but with social media? You know.
Oh, he made a great point. I never thought about it like that. Oscar was.
He was that.
But Ryan doesn't wear fishnets.
Not yet.
Oscar
He's still got some time to go.
Oscar makes fun of it himself, so I'm not glad.
He owns it, man.
He's not hearing nothing that he's never heard from me.
Nah, he owns it, and I love that. You know, that he doesn't give power to that shit. You know, he took.
What's
it
that
back
guy's
or
name in
whatever.
8 Mile? He makes fun of himself before they make fun of him, huh?
What, B-Rabbit?
B-Rabbit.
Yeah,
He
B-Rabbit, bro.
You did sleep with my girl.
Yeah. I live in a trailer park.
Yep.
It's all good. That's true, man. He took that power back. But, you know, if you think about it, that's the most comparable example that, you know, we may have is Oscar.
Yeah.
You know, he even kind of resembles him a little bit. But how would he fare? How would it be for him? You know, it's such a trip. It's such a trip to think about it. If he would be as big as he is now, you know, if he would have come up in the 80s, early 90s, you know.
Yeah.
Because they're at the same time, both their upbringings were a little different. You know, Oscar comes from I don't know. Victorville's pretty.
It's pretty rough.
It's pretty rough, man.
It's
There's
pretty
not
rough, and
much out there.
I mean, I always say like there's bad and good in every neighborhood.
Yeah.
Even in the richest neighborhoods here in San Diego, you got gangs in La Jolla.
Yeah.
Gangs and Bird Rock
true.
bandits. Like, come on, bro. Like you drive a Lamborghini, bro, gang
Oh
banging.
no.
But there's gangs, you know?
Is that real for real?
Yeah, it's a real gang.
No way.
Swear to God.
Because I know Bird Rock's like people go surf there.
There is a real gang.
Kid out.
It's like National City. You got kids where I grew up at that are poor as hell and they want to be rich,
Yeah.
but they're still gang banging. Anyways, we're going off topic. Without social media,
Yeah.
let me rephrase that. Let me repeat that again. Without social media, would Jake Paul be undefeated right now? Would he even be a boxer?
He wouldn't. He has that one loss, no, to fucking what's his name? Tyson Fury?
Yeah, but they still think he's God.
Whatever. Fuck that fool. Nah, he he wouldn't be. There wouldn't be a platform for him. That is
Exactly.
the
He would have to
platform.
go the rough way, fighting people, coming up like, you know, like everybody else, like fighting 50-50 fights.
Yeah.
You know, would he do it?
Yeah. And that's to Cece's point, is like there wouldn't be a platform for him to be successful, because he would have to fight the guys who are at the top, like it should be. You know, if he wants to get ranked, he should fight one of the top 15 guys in the division. It's crazy that even has to be said.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I know, but it's just funny how Jake Paul would not be around without this social media platform.
What do you think is the closest thing that comes to Jake Paul back in like the 80s, say?
Butterbean. Butterbean was the king of 4 rounds. and people paid to see him knock out guys for under 4 rounds. I mean, 4 rounds. He was
But are these guys that are like contenders or guys?
I don't even want to go in box rec.
Yeah.
That's how much I don't. Butterbean to me was like, when he came on TV, I would go get my soda, my popcorn. He was always right before the main events or the
Yeah.
or the co-mains.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's gonna come on next, because I love boxing, and I feel like these guys are dishonoring the sport.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm gonna go do something else, because I knew he would only fight 4 rounds. He was, I mean,
Just a show.
Yeah, it was just a show. You see his opponents, you look at his. When you watch an opponent, you think, man, I have a chance on beating him.
Yeah.
You know that fool don't belong in the ring, dog.
For real, dude. That's funny.
So Jake Paul was the closest thing to. I'm sorry, Butterbean was the closest thing to Jake Paul back in the days.
Yeah.
You got to copy that video and post it in the real, dog.
And see, because I'm, this is obviously before. I don't know. I didn't grow up. I don't even know who that is. And, I'm gonna be completely transparent about that. But how did he even get to where to have that name, Butterbean?
Well, because what he looked like.
He looked
Fat white boy.
Mm-hmm.
And
did he have like a mouth?
No, he was Jake quiet. Paul? He was an asshole. He was a quiet, mean, just stared at people.
Yeah.
I don't remember him, because back then, to watch a boxing interview, you had to stay by the TV glued, and you get like 5 seconds.
Right, and that's it. You'll never see it again. Yeah.
So I don't remember him talking. There's a documentary. Did I say it right?
You said it the way you want to say it, and that's okay.
There's a documentary about his struggle, and you can see it. Butterbean was a good fighter. He even came out on Jackass. He knocks out Johnny.
Oh, okay.
You remember that Johnny episode on Jackass?
Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, when he knocks him out.
I think I do.
Oh, that's Butterbean.
That's so funny.
So Butterbean was just like some rare thing that he could fight. He was a tough man contest fighter. I think he fought in the tough man. They brought him into boxing. There's always a little spectacle in boxing. It's always happened.
So it's like, yeah, it's just now it is what it now. I think maybe it's gotten a little too far, you know,
way too far. Now the motherfucker's promoting fights and everything.
Because if he was just doing like whatever, we've said that it's like there's a place, I guess, a little niche, right, for everybody. But now you're talking about you're making your way to places where there's a lot of more deserving young men, a lot
that will never get a chance.
They'll never get a chance.
Never get a chance.
But because this fool's lined his pockets with a lot of money, he thinks he can just, I don't know, whatever, man. The fact is that the boxing is allowing it to happen at the end of the day. So Yeah.
So here's my biggest question. Doom, doom, doom. If Muhammad Ali fought right now,
Yeah.
would he have more followers than Mayweather? Because I think Mayweather has the most, or Mike Tyson does right now, of former fighters. But let's talk about Ali while he was fighting.
Yeah.
Because Mayweather has the same follower. Active fighters, I don't know who has more than Canelo right now.
Right. I can look that up.
But Mayweather, I think would Ali get close? What's that soccer player's name?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Would he get close to Cristiano Ronaldo? Before you say how many followers Cristiano Ronaldo has,
Yeah.
I'm asking you guys a question, so let us know in the comments. Do you guys think Ali would match Ronaldo? Let's go Ronaldo and then look at a fighter.
Let's see. Cristiano Ronaldo has 661 million followers. That's the most followers that anybody has on Instagram, apparently.
Oh, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Would Ali be as big as him? I think so.
I think so.
But that's because Mike Tyson's at what?
He's about at 33 million.
And
33.5.
Mayweather's right there too, huh?
29.5, so 30 pretty much.
Think about that. Ronaldo, is that how I say his name?
Yeah.
Has 661 million followers.
Yeah.
Now I know soccer's a world. So when I was growing up, like soccer sucks. They got the most followers in the world.
Mm-hmm. It's the number one sport.
Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah. So I think LeBron has what 100.
LeBron has like 135. I
135
believe.
LeBron.
Yeah, something like that. Which, and if you think about it, these guys, they're at cultural icon status, which was exactly what Muhammad Ali was. You know, he went and fought all over the world, had a following all over the world. You ask anybody if you know who Muhammad Ali is, and I'm talking about pretty much on any corner, they're probably gonna know who that is. And you think about his what he stood for, right? Not just civil, it's like human rights, you know what I mean? So and Cristiano, he's pretty much, I think he's a humanitarian himself, philanthropist, whatever you want to call it, but he's pretty much just a dude who plays soccer. And
good looking dude
who plays soccer, you know. But if you think about how influential Muhammad Ali was, he's, you know, in my opinion, you know,
what he stood for.
A little bit more surpasses what Cristiano.
So what do you guys think? Muhammad Ali would have more followers or less than Ronaldo?
Yeah, I think he'd be. I think he would.
700 million.
I think he would. Yeah, I personally think he would. That's a good question.
That Ali would just put good morning, he get money.
For real, that dude's yeah.
Yeah, Instagram don't pay, but YouTube would pay.
I guess what they could pay is endorsements. You know,
yeah,
hey,
of course.
You're endorsed with, I think Nike is probably his biggest endorser, perhaps. You know, he gets money probably for every post that he does with Nike stuff. You know, and you look at the second most is 506 million is Messi.
Another football player,
another soccer player. 506.
Why do you say soccer? It's called football.
Oh my bad, football.
Veterano League.
Shout out to the Veterano
Leagues in San Diego. I went to go see my brother play, and I was like, "Damn, these fools are playing hard, dog."
Yeah, they go hard, man. They
yeah,
don't give a fuck. That's crazy, huh? Oh, Instagram itself has 693 million. That's stupid.
What?
Instagram itself. Surprise, surprise. The holder of the top spot on Instagram is Instagram. The app's own account shares a bunch of memes and shit.
So they only got like 20 more than than Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's so funny. I didn't even realize that. That's dumb.
You know, I sometimes I think like social media is but then I wouldn't have a podcast with Maggie. But I think of like fighters who made a career off of this shit. You know, social media. Our guys, and we got Ashley's gone right now, but he's helping our guys like get them up to date on how to keep active on social media. But when I started training fighters, I never thought that I had to train them how to use social media too.
Yeah.
Those are two things and clinching. I never thought I had to teach a clinch. I never thought I had to teach a clinch and teach how to use social media.
What I will say about Ryan is that he's the one who pioneered that shit in boxing, in my opinion. Active boxers. Because, you know, let's talk about guys who are actively fighting right now. And it's what it is. It's a platform. It's a free platform for promoting yourself. He is probably one of, if not the only fighter that's active right now that is making more than a lot of, and if not most champions right now. And he's never been a world champion.
That's nuts. the prestige of being world champion will bring money.
Yes. And if you think about it, he's probably not making anything less than $20 million a fight.
I was talking to a friend of mine one time. I'm not gonna throw names out there, but we were talking about Fernando Vargas' career.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, that sucks, bro. His career was short.
Yeah.
You know, and he says, what sucks about it, Joe? I said, well, he could have kept going. He could have been champion. Yeah, you're right. He could have been champion, but he was champion.
Yeah.
And he did make money.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when you want to be a fighter, those are the two things you want. You want money, and you want to be recognized as one of the best by having a title.
Right.
The title would bring money.
Yeah.
Now it's the other round. You don't need the title to bring money no more.
Yep.
So it's like
Kind of loses that value.
it loses its value.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember thinking about, hey, he's right up on Fernando.
Yeah.
Fernando did all that at a young age.
He was so young.
At a young age, and that's
Was he
something you got to respect.
20, 21? How old was he?
I don't know, but he fought Trinidad and De La Hoya, and there's other guys, Castellanos. There's a lot of guys he fought. Winky Wright.
Those are hard.
He fought some tough ass
fights.
people, you know. So shout out to Fernando Vargas for what he did at a young age in the sport. You know what I mean? That shit is not easy.
It's not, man. That's and if you think about it, just Trinidad himself. That's just a fucking tough fight, dude.
Winky Wright, bro. No, he fought him when nobody knew him, and Winky Wright started beating everybody.
Yeah, Winky was tough.
You
man.
know?
Winky was tough.
Yeah.
What do you think about of fighters? Because we're on the subject of social media, fighters criticizing other fighters within social media, right? Like, for example, let's say Berlanga, who just fought not long ago, and he was running his mouth, promoting the fight, whatever he was doing. Pretty much a lot of people thought that he was being foolish for speaking like that. And now fighters themselves go in there and pretty much mock him and say, damn, that's what you deserve. Like, la, 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 you're a bitch. What do you think about fighters doing that through social media?
I mean,
like other fighters who are trying to contend.
I'm old school, so I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I got to put myself in this generation's foot.
Yeah.
You know, in their shoes. I will never call a man a bitch who gets in the ring. First of all, you know, and then I hear it a lot from fighters. They get in the ring. He took a risk. He went in there and fought.
Right.
Yeah, he got clipped. You know, but like, it's I'm gonna stay on that subject, but it reminded me of something I want to bring up on that podcast. But it's not cool. I wouldn't do that, man. I mean, there's no reason to do that. Just be like, hey, man, you know, like are they writing off of that so they can get their name on there?
Right.
I'm old school, so I wouldn't have done it. One time, one of my fighters did it on a big stage.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's not cool, man. I don't like talking shit about fighters, making fun of them, win, lose. Karma's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Karma stalks.
Perfect. You hit it right on the head because that's where I was gonna go with it. It's like the reason why I don't like it is because you stepping in that ring, you know that if there's a second that you're not focused, you can easily get clipped by a guy with less experience than you or more conditioning than you, whatever the case may be. It's like you can easily be in that position. You know what I mean? You know, being a fighter yourself, I think you know the price that you're paying when you're stepping into that ring. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying, oh, be fucking buddy. Yeah, dude, you're trying to get a fight. You know, these guys they're
like you can talk shit without being disrespectful.
Yeah,
you know, give me a chance. You know, you went out the soft. You know, but this just nowadays, there's no more like.
There's no boundaries. There's like it's like kind of like the Wild West out there in fucking social media. You can say whatever you want. It's like, man, you know, people that make money off of making things go viral will capture that shit and later on like, damn, look at this. This didn't age well or whatever. Look what happened. You're talking shit and the same thing happened to you. And it's like, now you're spiraling down because you're like, fuck.
Somebody was asking me about the thing I want to talk to you about is somebody asked me of Shiraz.
Yeah.
That he knocked out
Berlanga
and Canelo couldn't.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, but listen, man, it's not that Canelo couldn't knock him out. It's that Berlanga was exchanging with Shiraz.
Yes, he was in the worst position.
In the worst position. And see, fighters don't exchange with Canelo.
Yeah.
They're fearful of him. They're fear of making a mistake. So they're sharp. And that's not Canelo's fault. Canelo's trying to get him out. He's trying to beat him. He's not in there to cruising with them.
Yeah.
People were like, well, he couldn't knock him out. Yeah, but did you see him trade with him that much? No, he was cautious after, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a big difference. Yeah, Shiraz is a big physical guy at that weight. He probably his power is a little different than Canelo's, but I bet you the power is just about the same.
Yeah.
It's just getting hit with long range punches. They hurt.
Yeah.
A little different than short range punches.
Yeah.
But they still hurt.
I think that it was a double-edged sword for Berlanga. The thing that brought him confidence is the thing that made him a little bit overconfident, you know. Hey, I've been there with Canelo, the best in the world, the face of boxing, la, la, la. This guy shouldn't be that hard, you know. And
they prepare for him different. Yeah, like you said. Like for Ryder with Canelo.
Yeah.
Ryder prepared hard. He went in there to beat Canelo, and he was kind of like cautious. And when
he went toe-to-toe with him.
When Munguia fought him, he was like, Canelo took all that.
Yeah, he was zapped.
Yeah, so these guys are fighting. Canelo's fighting them. I'm not a Canelo riding his fucking nutsack. I mean, I'm sorry, riding his coattail over here. But the truth is the truth.
Yeah, straight up.
The truth is the truth. And I was just thinking about that with Shiraz and all these fights that people were asking me, wow, just because I've been in camp with Canelo doesn't mean I'm fucking going to bend over for him and just like, yeah, he's the best ever. No. But the real thing is the real thing. Like, those guys fought those guys way different. If you don't believe me, watch the film.
True. I agree 100%. Once you go and put so much energy into a fight like of that magnitude, that fight was huge in Guadalajara, and I think that was his homecoming. He had never fought over there, right?
No, since he was little.
And in a stadium, you know, you think
the
of
Chivas Stadium. I was there, dog.
I heard that shit was pretty dope.
I was sitting next to in that fight. I was sitting next to. He was the reason I didn't know who he was at the time. What the fuck is that kid? Well, Peso Pluma. I was sitting. I had a little press pass. So a little pass for the fight because we fought that day on the undercard. I went with Lawrence King. I helped Lawrence King and Trevor. So I had a little pass, and I went down and I was sitting ringside. Mm-hmm. And then that day they kept talking about who's gonna sing the national anthem.
Right.
And they were bringing up Peso Pluma, and I didn't know who he was at that time.
Yeah. So
I'm sitting down. He's literally sitting right. There's nobody sitting down between two seats, and then he's right next to me.
Oh, shit.
And then I'm like, who's this dude? He's like a gumpy-ass dude, you know? Like, I know he has to be somebody important because he's sitting in the front. I'm trying to figure out who's who. And then I keep hearing, that's Peso Pluma, that's Peso Pluma. Then I look, and I'm like, okay, so that's the guy who's supposed to sing the national anthem.
Yeah. Or walk him out or some bullshit.
Some shit like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. But then, like, maybe like 6 months later, he's Peso Pluma.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that was him the whole time. I think I might have some pictures of him in the background.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So, and there was another guy too that was there.
That shit with Bad Bunny
but
too.
Bad Bunny at the gym. That was at Canelo's gym too, man. Everybody was because of Canelo. The one day that I didn't go to spar, Residente or Rene from
Calle 13?
Calle 13 was there.
Yeah.
Fuck, I wish I would have been there. I also saw Angel from what's that fucking singer? He's all Santa Fe Clan.
Oh yeah.
But he was observing sparring. You were there that day. You just didn't notice him.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
He was with Cobrita. Well, Cobrita was gonna spar, and Brandon Cruz actually told me that was Angel.
Oh yeah, see, I don't know these guys.
But I didn't know who he was at the time. But I didn't want to be like, hey, what's up, bro?
There's a baseball player who came in.
The one with Sinaloa, the one eye, yeah.
Chino. Starts with the U. His last name. Played for the Dodgers, or plays. I don't know. Uriel or. I don't fucking know.
The Dodgers pitcher that got in trouble for domestic disturbance.
Something like that, right?
Urias. Yeah, Urias.
Right
and Eddie Reynoso tells me this is, he's a, because he's all, I know who he was. He was, Eddie knows I'm a Padre fan, and Urias is a Dodgers pitcher. So when he asked if I want to take a picture with him, I said, no disrespect. I don't want a picture, dog. Like, I'm cool. I'm not a Dodger fan.
I didn't even know. Like,
yeah, whatever. But I'm not a Dodger fan.
I'm trying to see how these.
Who did I take a picture with when I got all like excited to take a picture with?
You were in there with Marquitos toys.
Oh yeah, that was for Gordo because Gordo likes Marquitos toys.
Yeah.
Who else? No, not just at that gym, but in general. Like every time I seen somebody, I've never got excited to take. One time there was Abel Sanchez was talking to Sylvester Stallone, and Abel Sanchez, well, he knows me since I was a young kid, and he said he's right there, and he asked me if I wanted a picture with Sylvester Stallone, and I said no.
Why?
Because we had just fought Chris Martin. We had just fought with I can't remember the kid's name from Colombia, and we lost. And I was on my way to take Chris Martin to the medical to the doctor because I think he was concussed.
Yeah.
So as I'm walking out, I see Abel and Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone's shit faced, and I'm like, I'm good, I'm cool. Like,
Yeah.
when a picture, so he was telling I was a trainer, and I was like, peace, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I walked away.
You know, I don't know. I'm like that. I don't know. It's weird.
It has to be like, what does my boy Nelson Lopez say? Organic.
It has to be organic.
I feel like if I tell somebody, can I take a picture with you? I feel like I'm like, I don't know for the word humbling myself, because I like to be humble, but I'm like submissive to them.
Yeah.
Or if they ask me, you want me to take a picture with me? I'm like, no, fool.
Yeah.
But if we're there talking and somebody walks up and says, hey, you want to take a picture, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Like,
no, fool.
the famous pose.
Everybody does it.
Yeah,
I can't do it. You won't ever see a picture. Of
I got
that
pictures at like baptisms, dog, and fucking 15-year-olds. I know a lot of you guys have them, like, if I put 2 hands up, that's too much. I just
Weddings,
do it.
yeah.
I don't even realize it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny, dude.
I'm in the rancho, like in the middle of nowhere with family. Una foto with todos, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me, dog?
Every boxer does it, man. That's so funny. That's so funny, man. You know what? I'll go on record saying this. There's only one person that I would ask to take a picture with, and that is only because he's my dad's favorite boxer, and that's Cesar Chavez. That's it.
That's a good one.
That's
I took a picture with
my
him.
dad,
But I
not
took a
even for
picture.
me.
I flew with him on a plane back from Mexico City.
Yeah.
And he started making fun of me.
What?
Because yeah, we fought for the WBC.
Yeah.
We fought Gallito Estrada.
Okay.
And we lost.
Oh,
With the Beeman, and we had to fly back. And the reason we flew back in the same plane is because Sanford purchases our tickets, and we fly out of Tijuana,
Right.
and Chavez lives in Tijuana. So when we were fighting, and we lost, on the way back, he tells me, "Where's your Moreno at?" But like emphasizing my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't play with you like that, fool.
Yeah.
And I got mad. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. He's like, I wasn't going to fight him, but I'm
Yeah.
like, why do you talk to me like that for? I don't play with you like that.
Yeah.
And he laughed. He goes, I'm just playing, man. So since you're fucking messing with me, can I take a picture with you? And he's like, yeah. So we took but that's Chavez.
Yeah.
That's different. We're on the same flight together.
Different, though. That's funny.
like
He don't
sitting-
give a fuck. Man.
Yeah, he's a
like
rude
that.
ass fool. and I had you took a picture because we asked you to for your dad for Canelo. You were in the
Yeah.
Cobra's daughter.
Cobra's daughter, and then Munguia too.
And that was funny because you were in camp with Canelo. You were like, I remember one of Maggie's first. I said, Maggie, go take the guys with Canelo's gym. I go,
I
dog.
thought I was going like with like everybody, not just myself. I didn't know. Matter of fact, I went to the wrong place. I went there first instead of the gym. I was like, oh man, so I had to go all the way back to the gym and get Cobra and then come back. It was so
nervous
funny.
and shit.
I got all nervous, like a dumbass. I was nervous because I wanted to make sure that I was doing right by Cobra. That's it. I didn't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah,
experienced enough
yeah.
to be in his corner, you know?
That when Cobra got yelled at to put his shirt back on.
Yeah, and
Poor
we got
Cobra.
yelled at. That's
Yeah, poor
exactly what
Cobra.
happened. Hey, put your shirt back on. I was like, damn.
Damn, everybody else is wearing them. But
Everybody else is shirtless. That's fucked up.
on that note, man, we just want to, you guys, any comments, questions, concerns?
You know what? I do want to end with this because
I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
No. I want to end with this. Say back in the day, fighters had, they came from hardship, right? You think of Mike Tyson. Look at his background, right?
What if Mike Tyson has social media? Okay, go ahead.
You think
Imagine
of
that shit.
even Floyd. Floyd had his family has history of boxing, but they didn't come from the nicest of places, right? Sugar Ray Leonard. You think about all these fighters that were huge. Roberto Duran. They came from hardship. You think of the fighters now. How many of them came from hardship, right? So the only one that I can think of. And if you want to think of how fighters back in the day would be like with social media today, the best example is Tank Davis. Because Tank is probably one of the last fighters that came from hardship. You hear his story. Both of his parents were into drugs. They got left in the system when they were little kids. And he got, his father figure to him was Calvin Ford, you know. And he is one of those guys who are gritty. It seemed to me that he loved the sport. He wanted to be successful.
Yeah, Calvin Ford was huge for him.
Yeah, but
Huge.
Social media, it seems that because of the criticism, he
Destroyed
says
him.
he hates what boxing stands for now. And I think social media plays a big part in how his career has unfolded, aside from maybe a little bit. I don't know if there's mismanagement in his career. I don't know any of the details of that. I'm just speaking on the part of how social media has affected somebody. Well,
we have a kid at the arena named Brian Figueroa, and he was brought up in hardship in the roughest neighborhoods in Tijuana.
Mm-hmm.
He's not anywhere near Tank Davis. I'm not saying that, but social media gets to him too.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody says something bad about him, it takes it personal. But I always try to make him reverse it. The reason I'm bringing him into it is because I can relate to that question through Brian, not through Tank.
Yeah.
You know, Tank, I have the utmost love and respect for him as a fighter because everything he did. But I can relate to it through Brian because I've been with Brian when people criticize him in pictures and videos, and he takes it very personal. And I'm just like, my job as a coach is to tell him, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I can related because Brian grew up also. He has a mom and dad, but he grew up by himself. He grew up surviving in Tijuana in one of the worst hoods in Tijuana.
Right.
And he just hopefully he can rewrite his path. He's 18-1.
Yes.
He'll be fighting August 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he'll be 19-1, and then we'll see what the horizon brings for that
Yep.
kid. But he is not. Tank is one of the he's a throwback to the old fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And you need that to fuel yourself. But something happened where he can't handle the fuck. Because he's probably old school. He's like, you talk shit about him, he's going to handle it with his hands.
Right.
Or physical, you know. He doesn't
Right.
know how to handle the blabbing going on social media. Because the guys that are usually talking shit to you on social media would never tell you that in person.
Hell yeah. Exactly.
Especially Tank. They
Yep.
wouldn't tell Tank that in his face. Or like Mike Tyson or De La Hoya or Chavez.
Yep.
All this shit talking Fernando Vargas, they wouldn't do it to them in their face.
Yep. Exactly.
Because they know that they get fucked up.
They get fucked up. So
I mean, beat up.
that's what I wanted. The last note right there, just because if there's a best,
I never thought about it like that, man. Boxing is evolving, and I don't know if it's a good way or bad way, but a lot of soft kids are getting big in boxing.
Mm-hmm. Even
You got dads that are promoting them, and
Yeah.
I ain't even saying no names. They're on PBC.
yeah. and I
moving
love
up.
some of these guys. Are very talented, but look at
But
how
they're not ready for
they're
it
not
yet.
ready for it
And
mentally.
the parents are pushing them forward, and the people with money are pushing them. There's money behind them, and they're not ready for that yet.
Because in a sense, what adversity have they gone through? You know, and it's that double-edged sword of the adversity. If you know
Their credit card expiring.
yeah. I guess that's like
They lose the
big-
key to the Tesla.
They lose the key to the Tesla. Golly, man, it's
Golly,
you need that.
a lot of what's that, gigabytes on your computer.
So hey, if you're a coach out there, man, and your kid, man, he's not listening to you. He's hesitating to do certain things in the ring. You know, ask yourself, you know, what that kid has even overcome in life. So how can you expect them to overcome shit in the ring when they've been handed things or they've been protected? It's even if they do come from rough neighborhoods, some of them are overprotected.
One of the best advice I can give coaches is this: don't be your fighter's friend. It's like I tell parents: they'll have a lot of parents, they'll have a lot of friends, but they won't have only one coach.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because when you're coaching them at a fight, everybody wants to coach your fighter.
Yeah, man.
So mark that line on the ground. I've had people come in and tell my fighter what to do right before we walk in the ring.
That's crazy.
I'm like, where the fuck were you for like 6 weeks, dog?
Yeah.
You know, everybody's an expert when it's fight day.
Yep.
On that note, peace.
Yeah, I think the words, but sometimes they don't come out of my mouth no good.